This is Ignite Fire, and welcome to the debut episode of my Skylanders Giants Let's Play from Nintendo Base. This is going to be 100% Let's Play, and just like my Skylanders by Dimension Let's Play, this is going to be uploaded every other day. And so for days that this is not uploaded, that's when I will upload a episode for the 3DS Let's Play of the same game. Without further ado, we're going to get right into the game here. I love this game. It's not as good as the first one, but it is still an awesome game nonetheless, and one of the better ones from the franchise, to say the least. So we have the awesome intros here. Nothing too exciting there. So yes, this did indeed come out in 2012. That was the second year for Skylanders, and the second year for Toys to Life in general. But either way, as what Skylanders by Adventure did wrong, they are fixing this game, such as like wonky controls, very weird glitches, you know. But there are also some down improvements, like for example, you can't swim in this game, and the hub world is nowhere near as good. The NPCs aren't as in depth, and there isn't as many sprinkled around, which you can say is a good thing. Either way, as for good NPCs here, we have like 3 of them, and that's unfortunate because in the last one there was like 6 good ones. But either way, enough about NPCs and all of that stuff. Let's get into the game already. So we're going to set up a new profile here, and we'll go. Before recording this, I didn't know whether I wanted to go on hard or nightmare, but I've decided to go for nightmare mode. But that's not going to stop me from 100% of the game. But without further ado, we got our first cutscene here to enjoy. So how about I shut up and let you guys enjoy that? That would be a good idea indeed.
Skylanders who banished me to this idiot wasteland. Note to self, after I take over Skylands, come back and destroy this place.
I'd like to see you try, Chaos.
Who said that? Well, look what we have here. Mighty Skylanders, frozen with fear in my awesome presence.
I could move. I'd be dropping the hammer on you right now.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Aw, but you can't, can you? Know why? Because I am a portal master, and you're not. And in case you hadn't noticed, my powers far exceed any of yours. Glumshakes.
Lord Chaos? Oh, I've been looking everywhere. You seem to be someplace called Earth. I believe it's the homeworld of those portal masters.
I've already figured that out, fool. And because of my superior awesome abilities, I am well on my way to devising a plan for my escape. And there it is!
A portal?
Exactly. These foolish human fools have obviously underestimated me. So long, sky losers!
Oh, sir, I don't know if that's a good idea. I mean, portal masters aren't supposed to use portals on themselves.
Silence, Glumshanks! Now, prepare for my triumphant return!
That was a bit anticlimactic. Oh, never mind.
Greetings, Portal Master. I am Eon, and I have come to guide you on a great journey. Welcome to Skylanders, a magical world of wonder and adventure, protected by the great long been my duty to watch over the Skylanders and lead them. But this task has been given to you. And now you have found a giant, which is why I have sought you out. Giants were the first Skylanders from long ago, and they have not been seen in Skylands for a very long time. I believe you have found them for a reason. To better understand, let us look back 10,000 long years, to a time when Skylands was ruled by an evil empire of robots known as the Archeans.
Okay, one awesome thing about this game is that it does feel like a true continuation from the last game, Skylanders Spice Adventure, because you have the Archeans and stuff, and so it feels like it carries straight on from that story.
This was a dark time for Skylanders. The peaceful Mabu had been taken from their homes and forced to build massive monuments for the evil Archean Empire. But the iron rule of the Archeans would give rise to a new age of heroes, the Skylanders. Now, place one of your Skylanders on the portal of power.
Okay, as for who we're going to start off with here, we're going to start off with a giant, and not only are we going to start off with any giant, we're going to start off with my favourite one, known as Eyebrow.
I've got my eye.
As you can see, his eye lights up. All of the giants have some sort of feature on them that makes them light up. So, here's the Winged Sapphire, the first collection in the levels, so you can find Winged Sapphire scattered about in levels in this game instead of just in the Hub World. And you can also find them in the Hub World as well, so there's a bit of more variation in the collecting of Winged Sapphires. So yeah, what this game really does do right is that it really does the boss fights very well. I feel like the boss fights in this game are the best the franchise has to offer, except for Skylanders Trap Team, and that's because Skylanders Trap Team, the whole premise behind that game was boss fights, so you'd expect them to be good. So yeah, the boss fights are definitely a whole lot better in this game than what they were in the first one, and overall the gameplay is better, the level design is better. But overall, in terms of the game itself, I do, like I said, I do prefer the first one. Especially since the first one is extremely unique in the fact that it has one gameplay element which was taken out of all the other games. Like in all of the other games, they were trying to add in new gameplay elements at the time, but they never added in the one they had originally in Skylanders Spice Adventure, known as the swimming gameplay. And it's a shame that they took it out. I've said several times I know why they've taken it out, but seriously, why take it out? That part of the gameplay was awesome. But either way, the number of treasure chests and levels has been upgraded from 3 to 4, so we have 4 treasure chests in every level to worry about now, instead of just 3. And, so basically this allows for, instead of it being regularly 8 collectibles, there's actually 11 because we have an extra treasure chest to worry about. Actually no, I think there's 4 treasure chests, there's a soul gem, a story scroll, legendary treasure, and then on top of that we have the new collectibles of the level, which is the Winged Sapphire and the Locatron wheel, which we'll come across later. So yeah, basically the same collectibles as the first game, a few new ones sprinkled in there, so it basically makes for more things to collect in this game than what the previous game had to offer.
So we can get home. I know a secret way into the tunnels, but we need you to take care of the guards.
My name's Gigantus, and I want to help too. I might be a little thick-headed, but maybe I can show you a few things.
Interesting fact, that guy was actually the original Life Giant.
Because you can do stuff like this.
But they decided to replace him for T-Rex in the end because they felt like he didn't fit in with the other 7 giants. Either way, I'm sorry if my commentary doesn't seem like spot on today, but the funniest thing is that, like, I've spent the whole of my Spice Adventure Let's Play, like, practicing for this commentary and stuff, and yet now I've came into Giants and just lost it all again. I've lost all my experience. That does happen sometimes, you know. I think I'm just tired from recording so much of the Spyro's Adventure Let's Play, because in the last 3 days I recorded like 10 episodes of that, and that was incredibly tiring. So I'm not doing that again for a while, not until I become more professional. But now at least I can appreciate the Let's Players that like record Let's Plays all the time, because it's a whole lot harder than it looks. Like, I'm not even professional, and I find it exhausting at points. I mean, it's fun nonetheless, but it's exhausting. But yeah, now the camera's looking better, so that is fortunate to say the least.
Here's another cool thing Giants can do in certain places. Geronimo!
Geronimo, indeed. But either way, before we do our Geronimo spot here, we have a few collecting of things to do first. So let's head down this very path right here. And so hidden back here is a story scroll. So as for this Let's Play, I'm going to try and play with every character. But I'm not going to be able to play as every variant, especially since I don't actually have Royal Double Trouble and Polo Whirlwind. But I'll try my hardest to play with as many of them as possible.
Despite such snowy conditions, those who reside in the frozen wastelands have never seen an avalanche. Residents are known to throw bombs off the side of the islands in hopes of triggering one. Just to have a story to tell their children, I suppose.
Yeah, the story scrolls are just as cool in this game as they are in the previous one. Oh yeah, and another thing is, like, it really does vary up the gameplay a bit in this game, but the funniest thing is that I've been giving you so many improvements in this one, and I'm almost, like, implying that this one is better when it really ain't, but the first one's just better overall. It's better overall, but this one has better elements, but the other one has better elements, so yeah. They kind of like cancel each other out to the point where the original is just slightly better than this one. But my favourite game in the franchise, well, I'm not spoiling that yet, and that's going to be a later video. But I tell you what, my favourite game in the franchise is like my favourite game of all time. I love it. And even that one has flaws, you know, it's not a perfect game. So that just goes to show that even my favourite game isn't a perfect game, so there is no such thing as a perfect game. And there's no such thing as a glitch-free game either. Every game has its glitches. Just like every movie has its sins. Cinema reference right there. I watch those guys because they are awesome.
An unpleasant place Archaeans often put prisoners. Defeat all the enemies in here to open this gate.
Okay, these chompies are going to be no threat to us because we can literally just walk over them and defeat them because we are a giant. So literally chompies are crushed by our weight. Not that giants are heavy, it's just that giants are heavy. But that don't make them fat, it just makes them heavy because of course there's a whole lot of them. And not to mention you'd assume Eyeball's heavy because he's a giant chunk of armor. As for the giants, I love most of them. The only giants I really don't like that much is actually Crusher. I don't like him at all that much, or Thumbpack. But apart from them, they're all pretty good.
Good job. The gate is now open.
Okay, we actually need to do that arena 3 times in order to get the new collectible that I talked about earlier, which was the Locotron wheel. So basically, when you collect Locotron wheels, you can plug them into the Locotron later, and this will like increase your chances of getting extra power, extra health, extra experience, or extra wealth. So basically, gold will be worth more and stuff like that. But either way, in order to attempt the arena 3 times here to get our Locotron wheel here, we first must get rid of that board here to get to drop back down into the pit over here. As for this game, the maximum number of gold is exactly the same as in the last one, 65,000, and Eyeballs at that total, so we don't need to worry too much about collecting gold from right here. Okay, there's 20 all taken out for us right here. Yeah, Eyeball's awesome, like I said. Nice variation in moveset, because the thing with this one, game is that a lot of new characters had like movesets that were way more in depth than the previous game as well. But if only they had swimming in this game as well, because swimming, like I said, was such an awesome gameplay mechanic, and some of the animations for it were actually hilarious, like Whamshells for example. Whamshell had an awesome swimming animation. going to be detaching Eyeballs eye right here and blast away at some more enemies. I just realised I haven't been hit yet, so I haven't actually been able to show you how hard the enemies hit. But basically, in Nightmare mode, what happens is that enemies hit extremely hard, and they have a huge amount of health. So so basically, you need to hit them harder, and they hit you way harder.
We got to hurry, please.
More hits, more damage, you know, makes the game a whole lot more difficult. But the hardest thing about Nightmare mode is not the game itself, it's actually 100% in game, because like I said, it's harder to take out enemies without losing lives because of how hard they hit, and so it's much harder to get your no lives lost counter in this one. But either way, right here I am being T-Rex, one of the starter pack characters, and one of the better starter pack characters of all time actually, because he's stupid good, especially for a starter pack character. Because the thing with starter pack characters is that they're supposed to be good, so that then they make you like want to buy more figures, but they can't be the best because they make you think that, oh, we have the best, we don't need to get any more. But T-Rex here is still good. He's my second favourite giant. No, my third favourite giant actually. I think Swarm's a little better than T-Rex. But we're not going to play a Swarm in this episode because I already have a different character figured out for the air gate, which is coming up. Which you guys can probably guess because this is the first episode, so we really need to play with all these starter pack characters, so you guys can guess, you know, who it's going to be. But either way, I didn't actually get the starter pack when this came out. I got the booster pack, and because I got the booster pack, my parents let me get 2 extra giants, because basically this was my birthday gift, because my birthday is the 2nd of October, and this came out on like the 14th, I believe it was. So they said if you get the booster pack, then you can have 2 extra giants someday, so it was like, yeah, sure, we'll do that instead of paying the extra for the starter pack, because I already had Spyro's Adventure, so I didn't need I didn't need to get the portal. All I needed was the game, so I saved 20 quid and got 2 extra giants. You know, it was a win-win and all. Saved my parents money, I got more giants.
That's the Archaean Conkertron guarding the mine.
And as for the giants I got Crusher and Bouncer, I think it was. I got Swarm for Christmas.
But if you could just break those chains that are holding him up, kablamo! We'll be home free.
Yeah, I just realised that these giants actually block a whole lot of the, screen right there, so I'm definitely going to have to improve that in later episodes. But luckily for us, we've got a core right here, so he's not going to block the screen too much right here. And as promised, I have Jetpack. So you guys are probably wondering, how did I get this Jetpack and Series 2 Cinder if I didn't get the starter pack? It's because I bought them pre-owned later down the line, and I got them both for like £1. So they were 50 pence each at CX, because they are worth nothing because they have starter pack characters, basically meaning that most people had them, so not many people wanted them as a result. Okay, so we have collected all treasure chests in this level, which is fortunate.
Take it all!
And we got some jumping to do.
Take it to the sky!
So here is the next hat. This level is the only level to feature 3 elemental gates in. All the other ones contain either 2 or 1. Actually, sometimes in this game you can have elemental areas that don't even have a hat in them. But that's because elemental areas that don't have hats in them are usually like the second area in the level of the same element. So chapter 3, for example, has 2 life gates, but one life gate has a hat and the other has a treasure chest. Either way, let's take out this Archaean Conkertron right here. So there's that chain thingy taken out, and all we need to do is take out the other 3, and we'll be very much doing this level here, except for the speedrun, of course, which you will need to come back to the level to do.
Return to your post at once, and resume serving your Archaean masters.
As for the roster of this game, there were basically there was a new core character of every element and a new giant of every element, allowing for 16 new characters in total. Then there was 3 reposes for each element, so only 1 character of each element from the original game didn't get a repose, so they were known as the Forgotten 8 for a while, until of course 7 of them returned as light cores and reposes and deletes and stuff. So now only 1 of those 8 is still forgotten, and that's Sunburn, unfortunately for him. But either way, as for the Undead Gate, we're going to use the last of the starter pack characters that we have not used yet, and that is Series 2 Cinder.
Bolt and lightning.
And then finally we have 1 light core per element, and they managed to do it where 4 light cores are characters from the original game, and the other 4 light cores are light cores of new characters. So the 8 light cores are basically light core poppers, light core chill, light core jetpack, and light core Stream Boom, that was it. And then the other ones were light core Drobot, light core Ruptor, light core Prison Break, and light core... Oh darn, I forgot who the last one is now. Yeah, I've generally forgot here, guys. I apologise. It'll come back to me in a second, and so I'll tell you guys when I get it again. Oh, it was light core Hex, actually it was. Yeah, my brain really ain't working today, but that's because I've been revising so hard for my mocks, honestly. I'm not looking forward to those. I got those all of next week. It's literally going to be a marathon because I have one exam and then I got the next. But hey, it's preparing me for my GCSE, so I'm totally alright with it. Because basically when the GCSEs come around, I'm going to be so used to it and so tired of it that I'm just going to be able to do it in my sleep pretty much. So it's good preparation, you know. The best type of preparation is practicing for exams. Practice and practice again. Just don't stop practicing, just keep practicing and all that fun stuff. Because you're not going to get better if you don't practice. Because as they say, practice makes perfect. Okay, what you saw right there was Cinder's Wow Power, and so basically all of the characters that have been returned from the previous game, so all the Series 2 characters basically, they all have a brand new attack known as a Wow Power, and these Wow Powers vary in power and strength, but for the most part they are all really, really awesome. Either way, let's destroy this last chain here, and first we have completed the first run of Global Her, so all what's left is the speedrun, after we have, of course, these cutscenes that we'll pursue in a second here.
Back to our village. Ancients, we're free. Yes, thank you. You have given us hope. Perhaps now, with the help of the Skylanders, we can finally bring down the Archeans so all of Skylands can be free.
Okay, so one awesome thing about this game is that for the enemy goal, it actually shows you how many enemies you need, and for clear the limit under, you can basically check the pause menu at any time to see what time you are currently at. Apparently we did 9 minutes, but so far we're 22 minutes into the video, so that just shows that the timer in Skylanders is not accurate to the timer in real life, because there hasn't been 12 minutes of cutscenes so far, more like 5. Either way, I'm going to press A to continue here, and we are going to get some awesome cutscenes. So I'm going to share this and let you guys enjoy them right now.
That was only the beginning of a great battle, for the invasion of the Archean Empire had already spread far and wide.
Sorry the lighting's messed up, my camera is not, it's not doing very well for me today in terms of quality.
And remove the source of his power, the Iron Fist of Arcus.
But that's just because my camera has like this stupid autofocus feature in it that basically like changes up its focusing all the time and kind of ruins the quality at points. But it looks like now it's doing alright in terms of focusing. So hopefully it can stay like that for the rest of the cutscene, because it's an awesome cutscene, so you guys deserve to watch it in as good a quality as possible. As you see, these giants are incredibly powerful. But either way, if you think the giants were large, you look at these Archeans. These Archeans are like 100 times the size of the giants.
Without the Fist of Arcus, or a king to command them, the evil robot legions fell silent. But this victory carried a heavy price. The giants were swept from Skyland, where they have not been seen until now. It is your finding them that has summoned me. Something evil is stirring. Skylands needs your help. But fear not, Portal Master. You will not be on this adventure alone. Behold!
So, what do you think of my ship, huh? She's a beauty, ain't she?
I don't know, Flynn. She seems more like a fixer-upper.
Yeah, Kelly, she's got character, all right. Guy who sold it to me gave me a great deal, too. Seemed kind of desperate to get rid of it, actually.
Flynn!
Ahoy there, Hugo. So, now that I've got the ship here all ship-shape, what's your big plan?
Master Eon says something big is happening in Skylands, and we need to find out what's going on. There's an old hermit in the Outlands who saw something very important. You must go see him. Master Eon has contacted a portal master to send Skylanders and giants to help.
Well, I'll tell you, Hugo, when adventure calls, Wait, did you say giants?
Yes, they're back! So better get going. There's lots to do. Here's a map to where you need to go.
Well, Kelly, it seems that fate has brought us together again. Fate and, of course, my overwhelmingly handsome good looks. That's right. Here it comes. Oh!
I think that ship has seen better days here, Flynn.
Although we first might want to stop off and pick up a couple of spare parts or two.
Okay, after this cutscene, we automatically go into the second level. So after this cutscene is over, I'm going to pause the video, then we're going to head back into the level to do the speedrun. So yeah, now that the cutscene is over, I'll see you guys back when I start the speedrun here. So yeah, I'll see you guys once it's all triggered and all that. Okay, so we are now heading back to Chapter 1, known as Time of the Giants, to do our speedrun here. And so, as for our first speedrun of the game here, I thought we should go with a new core character. And as for the core character I'm going for, it's easily the best character in this game for speedrunning in terms of the new core characters. I mean, there are better speedrunners, such as Flameslinger and Drobot are still better than this guy, and Gilbrand as well. But overall, out of all 8 of the new cores, this guy's the best one. But if we're going to hurry up here, else I'm not actually going to complete the speedrun here, and that's not what I want. So let's activate that cannon right here and push this turtle out the way. Or as Eon put it, the stubborn turtle right there. Very stubborn turtle indeed. You can totally tell when the turtle is stubborn. Even though it's not that he was stubborn, it's just that he was lazy. It's not that he wanted to say that, it's that he just couldn't bother to move, that's all, basically. Okay, so now let's head back into the cave here. Out of all the 8 cores in this game, all the new ones anyway, unfortunately, Fright Rider is the only one who has yet to return, and that's a shame because Fright Rider was actually one of my favourite out of all of the cores, or at least the new ones. I mean, I don't think he is my favourite overall. I mean, there are better brand new cores than this guy, like Pop Fizz I think is a little better, I think Chiller's a little better as well, but overall he's definitely one of the better ones. And as for my least favourite brand new core character, it's definitely Sprocket. I do not like Sprocket that much. And then again, I don't think Sprocket is that popular anymore. She's been like far outdone by other characters. She was popular when she first came out, but nowadays I think she's one of the more hated and more forgotten characters. As you see though, right here, Fright Rider is absolutely annihilating all the enemies right here. Just you wait till we see, you see one combo I have up my sleeve. This combo is stupid overpowered. Yeah, if that deals 116 damage, that combo is extremely powerful. Not to mention it comes extremely quick in terms of how fast the actual attack is, and so it's a really awesome combo to use. My favourite combo to use from this guy, actually, and actually one of my more favourite combos in the entire franchise, in all honesty.
Skylander, that's the Archean Conkertron parting the line.
Okay, I couldn't really care less about that cutscene because we've already watched it. But either way, we've got this chain to destroy again, so we're going to get right into that right now. so now we've got these guys to take out. Just use our combo on this guy and he will be annihilated straight away, because like I said, that one combo is absolutely overpowered and I love it. Thanks for that, Arcade and Concatron, you just sealed your own fate by doing that, because we couldn't get by before, but now we could, because you it gave us access to the path in your rage. You see, that's what happens when you get mad, you just get worse and worse at things. So that's why it's recommended when you get mad at games to turn it off, because basically if you're mad you're not going to do any better on them. But the worst thing about games is when your parents come in and they say, oh, it's just a game, you know, it's the worst argument you can get into. It's one of those arguments that every game has had at least once day. Oh, it's just a game. Nope, to some people a game is more than just a game. But either way, there is the level finished, so hopefully our speedrun was finished successfully alongside it. And it was indeed, clocking in at 53 minutes and 17 seconds in Skylanders time, not realistic time, because in realistic time it was more like 4 minutes. But hey, I'm not moaning, mind you. But either way, when we get 3 stars, we got awesome fireworks. But either way, now that the level is at 100%, that's this video here done. So thanks for tuning in to the intro here, guys. I really highly appreciate it. But either way, I'll see you in the next one, guys. Peace.